Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spot Blowout Expo this weekend at the Dulles Expo Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs in the region at huge discounts this weekend at the Dulles Expo Center.
Changes are coming to the way the U.S. deals with families of Americans held hostage overseas. President Obama ordered a policy review after ISIL executed American hostages overseas. It will make it clear that the U.S. will not stop American families who are willing to negotiate with or pay ransom to terror groups holding their loved ones hostage. The administration will also create a new office that will work with American families of hostage victims. And a House committee is holding a hearing on the Office of Personnel Management's data breach. Earlier this month, OPM announced a breach and its plan to notify about 4 million people whose personal identifiable information may have been compromised. The full extent of the breach, including who was affected and what information was accessed, is still unknown. Meantime, France's prime minister says the U.S. must act fast to repair damage from an NSA spying revelation. It comes after WikiLeaks reported that the U.S. allegedly eavesdropped on the past 3 French presidents. The current French president, François Hollande, says such a security breach is, quote, unacceptable. He is holding an emergency meeting today with top French legislators to discuss these revelations. We turn now to Vote 2016, and Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal is expected to announce whether or not he plans to run for president today. In May, Jindal established a federal committee to formally evaluate a presidential bid and create a website touting his possible entry into the race. He would be joining a dozen other candidates seeking the Republican nomination in 2016. A dramatic rescue after a 10-year-old girl in Kendall County, Texas, got stuck in a creek pipe. It was a county-wide effort with firefighters, rescuers, and road crews that took 2 hours to complete. Rescuers say that little girl stuck her feet in the water and became trapped inside the pipe. Witnesses say she could barely keep her head above that water in the creek.
She was in up to just about her sternum, caught. Her aunt had her from behind and was holding her out. The current was pushing her real hard up against the top of the pipe, and we were worried that if she got loose, she wouldn't be able to get out the other side of the pipe.
Firefighters took turns going under that water while holding their breath to try to free her legs. They say that little girl remained calm and was not seriously hurt. And who knows the backstory, but that's why it's so important when you see that high water to remind your kids not to go near it. You never know what could be under.
It's a nightmare.
Absolutely.
That kind of thing. So
wow.
Worked out. All right, here we go with a gorgeous day. Sun shines out, temperature's lower, air is cooler, but hey, it's the end of June. It's not going to stay like this. So tomorrow, heat and humidity back. But we'll start with some pretty pictures. This time lapse from our HBD weather bug camera in Arlington up the road at Washington Lee High School. We had a beautiful sunset last night, a beautiful sunrise this morning. And now just great stuff out there. Some fair weather cloudiness, but that's all. No rain today. It'll be sunny, partly to mostly at times. A little bit of a breeze, definitely comfortable too, with a great combination of temperature and humidity. But the rain has made its presence felt here. If you take a look at some of the numbers, now we looked at totals since Saturday, so the past several days of rain, totals almost 5 inches in Prince William County and Woodbridge. Fort Belvoir, nearly 4 inches, over 3.5 at Children's Hospital. Urbana, the corporate park there, 3¼ inches of rain. We expect potential more heavy downpours with thunderstorms tomorrow, some storms Friday, and potentially some heavy rain in many areas on Saturday. So we're winding up, starting to show up in the record books here for a rain in the month of June. Now, right now, we're in 5th place with 8.70 inches of rain. We've still got 6 days of June to go and more rain chances. So by the time the weekend's over, we might, unfortunately, move up on the list here, get higher on the hit parade of the wettest Junes ever recorded. 80 now at Reagan National. Most everybody else in the 70s. Dew points, upper 50s, lower 60s. That combination is comfortable, especially when you figure out it's the 24th of June in the nation's capital. So a very nice weather day, but it will change a bit. The heat and humidity will stay to the south only so long, and tomorrow a warm front will move back in our direction, and that warm front will start to change the pattern once again. So what we have is high pressure responsible for the beautiful day today. Starting tomorrow, though, the warm front is on the move. It'll be warmer, more humid, and with the warm front, a pretty good chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Some could be heavy again, and then we'll briefly calm down into Friday morning, and then it looks like as we get into a late Friday and for the weekend, especially an area of low pressure somewhere to our south is probably going to move slow enough in just the right direction to give us the potential maybe for a lot of rain here in many spots.